Okay, I'm gonna try to get through this the best I can without laughing, but it's gonna be really hard. I watched this at the gym today. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't laugh, but this is this is one of the this is one of the most racist but hilariously funny, cringe, and cornball movie I have ever seen in my life. And it says, warning, spoilers, hard racism, you've been warned. So I have to get into this movie and it's gonna sound racist and everything, but I'm gonna be dead honest with you with this movie and what happens and everything, and it's just okay. A young Russell Crowe, a young Russell Crowe plays how do I explain this? Okay, I'm just going to read what it says here. A group of skinheads become alarmed at the way their neighborhood is changing. Um, Nazi skinheads in Melbourne take out their anger on local Vietnamese who are seen as threatening racial purity. Finally, the Vietnamese have had enough and confront the skinheads in an all out confrontation, sending the skinheads running. A woman who is prone to epileptic seizures joins the skins merry band and helps them on the run from justice, but her affliction is also a sign of impurity. Um, so Russell Crowe on here, he's got to be like, I'd say 18 to. He is really young on here. Like he just, it's yeah, he's got to be in his teens on here. So they keep going to this dive bar, and this guy that runs this dive bar, um, he gets tired of the skinhead guys, so he sells it to these Vietnamese people. And the minute they find out the Vietnamese have bought this dive bar that they go to, which they claim is their territory, they go down there and they just have this massive fight, man. And then, like, I'd say about 30 to 40 minutes of the movie is just this massive running and fighting. So at first they go into, this is the bar here. So at first they go into the bar and they confront like three of the Vietnamese, and they like beat them within an inch of their lives. And then one of them gets away and he goes and tells the other Vietnamese, and it's like the Viet Cong army appears, man. It's just like car after car after car after car of Vietnamese. And there's like 20 Vietnamese getting out of these cars at a time that coming to fight them, man. And it is just it's just I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's just so the way they show this on here, it's like it's like stereotype 80s people or whatever, like punk rock or whatever. Oh, and then this and then this shit stir. So Russell Crowe has like a boner for this one, so he's trying to smash her the whole time. Then he finally gets with her, and then she realizes like they're fighting the Vietnamese and all this, so she wants to join in, and then they start chasing her, and then all of them are just running for their lives, and they end up They barely make it out of there, but then they end up going to her dad's house here because he has guns. And I'm not really sure the way they were saying this, but so he gets beat up and tied to this toilet, and then she's coming in and like giving him shit, and it's insinuated that like incest or he was molesting her or something like that was going on. And she's like really pissed off and she's like beating him while he's on the toilet and all this. And then she takes like I think it was like some kind of an award or a clock or something. And she throws it like right next to him and breaks the toilet and then walks off in a huff. And then he gets free and he goes and gets this gun and he's trying to kill like Russell Crowe and them. And they're like running for their lives again. And then, let me see on here if they show it. Oh, so they're basically like half of the movie is them running and fighting. And then they run off to this, like, I guess this is like on the other side of town or something. This guy knows this girl and she's trying to get this guy to come out so they can jump this guy. So the guy comes out and they jump him and then they all go in there and then Russell Crowe's like, this is our house now and all this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here and all this. And I'm assuming those guys were gays the way they were showing it because Russell Crowe and them were like trying to force those two guys to kiss or whatever. And they wouldn't do it and they were getting mad and they're just laughing at them. And then he threatens to cut off their legs with an axe if they don't get the hell out of there. So then they leave. And then this is the really messed up part is this little kid, man. So this little kid is the one that has the guns. And Russell Crowe and them end up leaving to go back because they're going to go shoot the Vietnamese up or whatever. And they're like telling him he has to stay there. And then the police bust in there. And he has like some of the guns, but they don't show it like what happens. It's just well, he gets shot, but they don't show it. Like it was kind of disappointing. Like I was expecting them to show it. Like they show the cops rushing up to their thing there, the little shithole, and then he comes out with this gun, and then it just cuts to like Russell Crowe, and he's like, "Oh, they got Bugsy or whatever this. I think his name was Bugsy or something. They're like they got Bugsy or whatever, and oh, this is unacceptable, and all of this, and." Oh, this is where he catches them. So Russell Crowe catches them in the bed. This is the guy Russell Crowe's trying to get with the whole time, and she's just like a group bicycle, basically. She's fucking all of them. So this guy gets with her. It's like his turn or whatever. Then Russell Crowe busts in there, and he's like, "Oh, they killed that kid, and oh, we have to get revenge, and this is bullshit, and all this." And this guy's like, "No, we're getting the hell out of here and all this." So then he gets Russell Crowe to leave. Now this is up to this point, it was relatively funny and just cringe and just really like just hardcore racist bullshit, man. But the end was just like the end could have been like way better. So they drive off and they're like at the, let me see if it shows it on here. Okay. This is when they're at the beach. So they have this car and they're like getting away. And then Russell Crowe's telling that other guy, he's like, "Oh, we need to get rid of this bitch. And she's holding us down and all this." And then she overhears them. And then she tells them that she's the one who called the police and got that kid killed. And then Russell Crowe goes crazy, man. Like, he's just trying to kill her, man. Like, he keeps trying to choke her, but then the other guy jumps in and yeah, this is the This is the end of the movies. So Russell Crowe is like nearly killing her. Well, you know, they didn't show her dying, but I'm pretty sure that she died because the way they showed it. But anyways, Russell Crowe is like drowning her in the ocean or whatever, and then this dude comes up and he stabs Russell Crowe in the neck, and then Russell Crowe just like falls over, and then he runs. He drags her out of the ocean and gets her up here, and then she's just like, "Oh, stay with me till I die" or whatever, and then that's the end of the movie. I can't go into like I wish I could go into the terms and stuff they were saying on here, man, because it was some of the funniest things I mean, there was terminology that I didn't even know existed and stuff, and I was looking it up earlier, laughing, going, "Wow, this is a real thing" and stuff. And I mean, this movie makes American History X look like a joke, man. I mean, it is just. Oh man. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. The bitch set the car on fire. Yeah, they were trying to get away, and then she set the car on fire because she got mad because when Russell Crowe's like, "Oh, we need to kill this bitch" and all this, and the guy's like, "No, we're not killing her." And then she went and set the car on fire, and then Russell Crowe's like, "What are you doing, you crazy bitch?" And she's like, "I heard you" and all this, and then he tries to kill her because he's so mad that they got that kid killed. It's just like this whole. I don't know much about Australia. I mean, I'll be honest. Risey was the one that was telling me about this movie, but the way they show these people's life and everything, it just is like this total. It's just this total goth punk emo lifestyle thing. Oh yeah, I forgot about this too. Okay, now this is something that made no sense in this movie at all. So I don't know why Russell Crowe was doing this or why this scene was in the movie, but they were trying to get this or rob this store or whatever, and he starts trying to kill this guy and like open his stomach up or something, and the girl's like, "You're killing this guy," and he's like, "What are you doing? Why are you killing this guy?" And he's like, I think he called him a Jerry. Said, "We're not gonna let this Jerry show us" or something. And he's like, "Fuck this Jerry, we got to get out of here." And she's like screaming like, "You're killing this guy." And they just leave, and they just leave this guy, and you see the guy like just laying there, like it was kind of sad. Like that guy was like, "What did I do? Why? What did I do to get deserve to be killed like this or whatever?" There's a lot of hardcore fighting too on this movie, man. Like the first couple of minutes are just like so savage, man. It's just I think it was like some Vietnamese kids and they're like on skateboards or something. And then Russell Crowe and them are like, "This is our tunnel." And they're like, "Oh, we're just trying to go through here. We don't mean any problems." And he's like, "Oh, well, you've got a problem now," and all this. And yeah, this is the beginning right here with this girl, man. I mean, it's so savage the way they beat these people down, man. But when the Viet Cong show up, man, like those, like, I swear it must have been 30 to 40 of them just running all over Australia chasing these guys, man. All of this because that guy sold the bar to those Vietnamese. That's what started the whole fight. They're like, "Oh, why did you sell the bar to those Vietnamese, you asshole," and all this. And oh, oh yeah, I forgot about this when they're in the mall. They're throwing shit through the windows and taking the clothes. Oh man. I have to say, like, I haven't the way they show the people and stuff, it's just so cheesy, man. You're just laughing. It's just, and I had this on at the gym too. And the funny part was, is the Karen got off the treadmill and she was crying, but everybody else was just laughing. And they're like, "Is that Russell Crowe?" That's what I kept hearing. The people in the gym were like, "I think that's Russell Crowe," and they were just like, "Why is Russell Crowe playing a skinhead and all this?" And they were just laughing. It's just such a ridiculous movie though, man. Anyways, this is an older movie, by the way. I think it was like, when was this? Oh, 1992 this was made. Wow. I guess I don't really have anything else really to say because, man, I never heard a lot of these terms and stuff they were saying on there, and I was just like, wow, man, all of this this gigantic war because that guy sold that bar to the Vietnamese, man. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
I like to get paid, that's why I work every day. I'll be making money till I'm in my grave. Don't care what they say, I'll buy time with my money. Laughing to the bank cause it's funny. The money keep coming, I manifest it. Sing these lyrics and you'll get it. I'm the bank, come invest it. I attract and I have it. Money finds me attractive. I'm the type to make commas, turn a profit. I'm the boss, Willy Wonka, but it ain't chocolate. Yeah, I'm just being honest, I work for this shit. I'm usually modest, but this beat lit, so I'm going off thoughtless, talking my shit.